Hello, grade 4. We're back with the grammar for lesson 17. This time it will be about adverbs. Before in the last lesson we had discussed the adjectives, and we said it's a part of speech that describes the nouns. And we said it can describe the number, the usage. It can describe the nouns in many ways. Today we're going to discuss the adverbs, and we said adverbs are words used to describe the verbs. Why do we use adverbs? Why do we have to add adverbs to our speech or to our writings? Because it adds interest in your writing. It makes your writing more interesting, more enjoyable to the reader. So let's start studying the adverbs and the kinds of adverbs that we have in this lesson. First, what's the adverb? The adverb is a word used to describe the verb in a sentence. And we said the verb is a word that expresses the action. So the adverb is a word used to describe the verb. Adverb can describe verbs in many ways, like the time of the verb, the place, the number of times this verb or action repeats, or how this verb is done. So we will study each of these ways or kinds of adverbs separately. Kinds of adverbs. Number 1, adverb of manner that expresses how the verb happens. If you want to know the kind of the adverb that we have in each sentence, we're going to use different question words to ask about each adverb, and we'll understand what does this mean later. So adverb of manner means how the verb happens. How? Was it fast, slow? Adverb of frequency means how often the verb happens. How often means how many times. How many times this verb happen. Okay, so how many times this verb happens or this action happens. I wash my hands every day. Every day. When I ask a question using how often do you wash your hands, you will answer every day. So every day here is an adverb of frequency, and we will understand this also later. Adverb of place, where the action happens. Adverb of time, where the action when the action happens. Adverb of intensity, how much the action happens. And we'll discuss now each one of these 5 kinds separately. We'll start by adverb of manner. The adverb of manner describes how the action or the verb is done. We use how to form a question to ask about the adverb of manner. For example, how did the baby cry? The baby cried loudly. The baby cried loudly. How did the lion roar? The lion roared angrily. The lion roared angrily. So here when I asked with how about the sentence, the baby cried loudly, what was the answer? The baby or cried or loudly? The word that gave the answer. If I said how did the baby cry, I say the baby cried and I stop. Does this answer the question? No, the word that answers the question is loudly. So loudly here is an adverb of manner. It describes how the action happens, or happened if it's in the past, or will happen if it's in the future. How did the lion roar? The lion roared angrily. So angry here is an adverb of manner that describes how or the way the lion roared. The way the lion roared. It roared angrily. So the adverb of manner describes the way the action happens, how the action happens. Adverb of manner usually come at the end of the sentence. We form adverb of manner by adding ly to the adjective. Like, we'll have some example. Happy is an adjective. I am happy. It will be happily when I change it into an adverb. We say he smiled happily, or he did this happily. He did his homework happily. So happily here is an adverb describing the action of doing the homework. How did we change it? We added ly to the adjective. Sad will be sadly, quiet will be quietly. Some adverbs are irregular. Some adverbs are irregular. Irregular means not normal, strange, they are naughty, they do not accept the ly. We have to change them from good, for example, into well. I can't say he acted goodly. I can't add ly to the word good. So I change it into well. He acted well. Fast will be also fast. I don't say fastly. He ran fast. He ran fast. So fast can be an adjective and also can be an adverb. If it's in a sentence, how will you know that it's an adjective or an adverb? I will give you two examples. I will say, he is a fast boy. He is a fast boy. Fast here, adjective or adverb? If it's an adjective, it will describe the noun. If it's an adverb, it will describe the verb. When I say he is a fast boy, fast here describes the boy, and boy is a noun, so it's an adjective. What if I said he runs fast? He runs fast. Fast here describe he or runs? Did I say that he's always fast in everything? He eats fast, he runs fast, he walks fast? No, I only described his way of running. So I describe the verb, which is runs, so it's a word that describing a verb, so it's an adverb. Okay, the second type that we have is adverbs of frequency. What is the meaning of the word frequency itself? Frequency means the number of times. The number of times. Adverb frequency are words used to describe how often the action happens. And again, the means of how often, how many times. How many times the action happened in the past or happens in the present or will happen in the future, because we have three main tenses in which we use the verb, or we put the verb. We can put it in the past, I slept early, I sleep early, or I will sleep early. So we have three tenses, past, present, or future. What are the words that can be used as adverbs of frequency? We have always, sometimes, rarely, seldom. Seldom means scarcely, very, very few. And it equals rarely in the meaning, almost rarely. Never means that it's never been done before, all the time, and scarcely. Scarcely equal, rarely and seldom. They are close in the meaning. Our adverbs of time. We use how often to form a question to ask about the adverb of frequency. So again, we use how to form a question to ask about adverb of manner. We use how often to form a question asking about the adverbs of frequency. Let's check this example here. This schedule shows you what is the meaning of always, usually, often, sometimes, seldom, and never. These are some activities done by someone through the whole 7 days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Always here, the first word, the first action is done always. She's doing it always. And of course, once we go from down to up, the numbers of the action repeating is increasing. Okay? So always here means all the time or most of the time. She does her housework on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. She does it 6 days a week. That means that she does it always. She always does the housework. Play piano. Play the piano. How often does she play the piano? She plays the piano always, or she always plays the piano. She plays the piano on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let's just a second see usually. Usually, she usually reads comics on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Often have cookery lessons. She has cookery lessons on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Sometimes she watches TV sometimes on Sunday, Monday. Seldom means very, very rare. She goes to library on only Sunday. Basketball is never. She never plays basketball. She has never played basketball before. As you can see, she didn't play any basketball through the whole 7 days of the week. Let's check the examples here. How often does Amy read comics? She usually reads comics. She usually reads comics. So, or Amy usually reads comics. So usually here is an adverb of frequency. How many times does she do this? She usually reads comics. How often does Amy play basketball? She never plays basketball. So never here is an adverb of frequency. It expresses that there are 0 times when she plays basketball. She has never played basketball before, so never here is an adverb of frequency. Why? Because we used how often to ask about it. Number 3, adverb of place. Adverb of place. It expresses where the action happened, or happens, or will happen. An adverb of place is a word that describes where the action happened, happens, or will happen. We can identify the adverb of place in a sentence by asking using where. For example, where did I put the book last night? I put it here last night. So here is an adverb of place. It expresses the place where the action happened. So here is an adverb of place. Adverb of place tell where something is done. For example, come here, men. No, I mean go there. Cancel that order. March outside and around. Here, there, outside, and around are adverbs of place. Why? Because it expresses where the action of the sentence happened. Come here. Here expresses where the action of coming happened. Go there. There is a word that expresses where the action to go happened. Outside and around expresses where to march. So these 4 words here are adverbs of place because they express where the action happened. Adverb of time. It's a word describe when the action happens, or will happen. We use when to ask a question about the adverb of time. When do they go to school? They go to school early. They go to school early. So early here is an adverb of time. Early is an adverb of time because I used when to ask about it. It's a word that expresses the time of the action happening. When do you watch TV? When do you watch TV? We watch TV late at night. So late here is another adverb of time. It expresses the time of the action happens. The last kind that we have is adverb of intensity. Adverbs of intensity are words used to tell how much the action happens. How much. Adverbs of intensity are like what? Very, to, almost, nearly, extremely, just, completely. All these are words that express the intensity or how much the action is happening. We use how much to ask a question about the adverbs of intensity. For example, how much happy are they? They are extremely happy. They are extremely happy. How much fun did you have? During the holiday, I had too much fun. So too is an adverb of intensity. Too here is an adverb of intensity. And that was the adverb and the kinds of adverbs that you're required to know. We have adverb of time, expresses when. Place expresses where. Manner expresses how. Intensity expresses how much. Frequency expresses how often. I will see you later in another video in order to practice more about adverbs and try to answer more exercise and answer the practice book exercises. I hope you understood the adverbs. If you have any questions, I wish you communicate and contact me so I can help you as much as I can. Thanks, grade 4. I will see you later.